Hi, I'm Tyler Sattler, a Spanish teacher at Rollins County High School, and I recently participated in a building leadership meeting where our KESA accreditation steps and building goals were discussed. It was pretty interesting to be in the meeting, as this is probably either the second or third time that I have listened and discussed in depth these conversations about accreditation and these topics. I didn't have much input because I'm new to all of this, but I did learn quite a bit, so that's good. I've also recently visited with our principal, Matt Smith, about these systems to learn more. He initially attended numerous meetings over the past 2 years to learn more about the KESA accreditation process, as we were in zero process before last year. Our first building goal and our first R is relevancy, and our goal is, quote, Rollins County school students will receive academic prep, technology prep, employability skills, and understanding through a rigorous and relevant curriculum alignment and delivery. So relevancy can be accomplished in numerous ways in the school setting, involving state assessments to ensure proper grade level knowledge, practice ACTs, and actually hosting an ACT day at our school for students who have not taken the ACT yet, or students that want to better their scores, or for students who may not be able to get to the ACT for a numerous amount of reasons or circumstances. We also provide an on-the-job training program where students may take a class period or two to go to a work environment where they are responsible for all work-related tasks their employer provides, as well as many others. I did that when I was in high school at Rollins County High School, and I actually think it's a really awesome experience. It taught me a lot about work-life balance, work-school balance, so I was really prepared for college after that experience. In my Spanish classroom, actually, students learn relevant lifelong learning skills, such as how to interact with others and other cultures. I call it culturally competent, which will prepare them for the world outside organized education. So if they ever travel abroad or meet somebody that's not a part of their culture, the culture that they've learned here in the United States, they'll be able to at least understand where the other person is coming from. They'll have an idea of how the other person lives. Students also learn in my classes how to utilize their Spanish keyboards, edit and write documents in Spanish, which is actually a really great tech skill to know when you're typing on a Word document whose editing language is English. So you can actually change that keyboard to Spanish, so you can type the accents and the proper question mark and exclamation marks in the Spanish language, as well as edit the document, proofread the document for Spanish errors, not English errors. Secondly, in our second R, quote, Rollins County School will develop a collaborative, civic-based culture by building relationships among faculty, staff, and stakeholders to foster commitment to our school, district, and community, end quote. This R is relationships. Rollins County Schools actually have amazing relationships with our community, whether we're talking about sports, extracurricular activities, classroom activities, you name it. We've always got somebody from the community that will help us out, which is really awesome. I don't think many schools could be as proud of their community as we are. Examples for this relationship piece may include our school calendar that's posted on our website for all to see, so any members can come and join and cheer for our extracurricular activities or our sports teams. We also send out power announcements, and those are personally recorded announcements that go along with any of our activities that we are hosting. Those go to all staff and students and student parents, so everybody always knows what's happening around our school. It's a really good communication tool. Other programs I know, like SAD, all of the sports teams, our FFA chapter, and many others utilize Facebook pages, closed Facebook pages, for our for their messages and their announcements. And I also know that our FFA has a public page that you can like so you can see what's going on with their chapter. I personally coach Scholars Bowl, which relies heavily on community involvement when it is time to host meets. We're actually hosting regional 1A tournament tomorrow, Thursday, January 31st, which it's my first time, so that'll be an interesting adventure, but I think I have everything ready and it should go pretty well. Evaluation for these steps will be measured in yearly reviews with building leadership and outside consultants, which I think is a good way to evaluate our goals. I also think that the 2Rs for my building are really excellent opportunities for all teachers, staff, parents, and students. Today, more than ever, students must be prepared for a world outside of education, whether they attend a four-year degree, or four-year university, trade school, or join the workforce right out of high school. Relevant life skills are extremely important. So they must be provided along with a solid education background. It is my job to help these students along their way. Even though I just teach an elective, which Spanish, I still think it's really relevant to today's culture. Knowing a language can get you far. It can make you really marketable in the workplace, in the job market, which we all know that being marketable is an extremely important thing in today's world. Secondly, relationships are also extremely important in life, which integrates nicely into helping students build lifelong skills. We can work on relationship skills, so open lines of communication, figuring out how to express our when we don't agree with somebody in a nice, kind manner, so that we're not being rude. Constructive criticism we work on a lot in our Spanish course when we speak. To know how to tell somebody, hey, that's not quite how you say it, but you're doing awesome. So keep the ball rolling on your studying. It is my hope and my expectation that I help these students with these 2Rs and many others as time continues, and as I continue to teach them about a language, a culture, and a world around us that they may not have experienced yet. Thank you.